There were so many things added to this update. I am super excited. Welcome to Burgess Funhouse. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and X. Please subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of new videos. Hello Raindrops! If you just joined, then you'll see that they did some compensations for the VIM ranks. These are some of the items that weren't quite available yet, so they did go ahead and put those in and rewarded some gems as well. And there's even more items that have been added to the game, so we'll be going over all of that in this video. And make sure if you did do the giveaway, you check out the video I posted earlier on my shorts to see if you were the winner. Alright, there is also a new code, so let's go ahead and go to the settings and the codes here, and it is MV6,000,000 in all caps, MV6,000,000, and that is 30,000 goulars. Yay, so that's exciting because they did add 2 new sets today in the shop, so we definitely need those extra goulars to help out. So let's see, let's look at the top. You can see there's Monsterscene stuff. So we have the hooded jacket, the Piracle top, which is a Firescene one. So we have Monsterscene and Firescene. So I'm going to go ahead and buy both of those sets because I have been grinding a bunch to be able to afford those. And we're just going to go ahead and grab them all in one, and then we'll try on each one separately. So we have a necklace here. Ooh, some new skull earrings for the Monsterscene, a necklace and a tie. Ooh, a cute little bear hat, some bow hair clips that are shaped like bones. Ooh, some new glasses with bows, a new hat, more earrings. Ooh, more shades, a beanie, which is super cute. And let's see, what else on this page? Ooh, a backpack. This is so cute. And I did have the Monsterscene set on the wiki in the sneak peeks page. We also have some gloves, some sleeves here. Let's see, some bottoms for each set. And let's go to footwear. Ooh, look at those. Some shoes for both sets as well. And let's see, is that all? I guess that is everything. Let me make sure I didn't skip anything. I don't think so. Oh, I almost hit X for some reason. So those two came to 162,900 for the 2 sets. There we go. And you see I'm wearing every single piece, but let's go ahead and start with the Monsterscene set first. Oh, of course you can't really see my backpack with my hair in the way, but that's okay. Let's put the hat on, and it has 3 different toggles. The kind of cat tail here, or the monster tail in a way, it looks almost like a microphone, which I think is kind of funny. And then of course you can have none, and don't forget you can move that around on your head as well. It does have that advanced button. So we need to do that also for these glasses because they sit a little bit higher than my eyes. There we go, so cute. I love these glasses. And of course we could scale them down if we wanted, and it does actually have 4 toggles for this one as well. And I do like that you can actually just keep just the bows instead of having the glasses on, so you could pair it with other glasses. And so this wall, that's cute. It's not just the bones, but it's also a bow as well with 4 toggles. This is what I wanted to see, so this is cute. I wasn't sure what to expect out of this. So it has 5 toggles, and I do like that it actually has a tie. Remember, all of these things can be recolored. I'm just leaving them in their default colors for now. Right, so let's look at the top. This top is so cute. I love this top. And then of course the nose skull, and then the skull, and then this jacket, which I love. This jacket is definitely something I would wear. This jacket is super cute. Alright, let's go ahead and go. Of course, there shouldn't be anything in the full. Here are the gloves. Oh, that's cute. I didn't realize it came with the kind of lace pattern here. So we can do the cuffs, no cuffs, and then of course we have that, I guess you wouldn't call it lace, but almost like stocking? I don't know. What do you call that? Here are the bottoms, and let's see. I kind of wish they had the belts without the raccoon tail on there. The raccoon tail is cute though, but I kind of wish they would have the belts only and then not have the raccoon tail attached, just so you could use just the belts. But it is still super cute. Right, and then the shoes. Yes, I love these shoes. These are adorable. I love this. So we do, of course, have no tights and tights only in the original. And again, you can recolor all of these things as well. So yeah, super cute. So that is the Monsterscene set. It is adorable and totally worth it. There's so many pieces and so many different ways you could actually style this. I would love to see like how you guys end up styling some of this and the colors that you use. So let's see. I did want to look at this separate hat here. There we go. This is what this one looks like. It's cute too. It has a pattern or no pattern. And again, you know, it does have this advanced feature, so we could customize it even more. So I do like that this one comes with 2 different types of like hats. It just gives you a big variety. And that's something with these sets that they release. There are so many different pieces. All right, let's check out the Firescene set. Oh, it's so cute. I do love this too. I probably should have removed my hair so that you could actually see it a little bit better. At least the ones that go over my shoulder. Sorry, I probably should have done that, but at least now we can see these a little bit better. Let's go back to look at all the different toggles here. There are a lot of toggles for this one. And I do love the shape of this. I think it is super cute. Even if it has the flames, you could definitely still recolor and use it for other things as well. And again, it has this cute little jacket. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and do the accessories. The beanie, which I think is super cute. Of course, I would need to use the scaling here just because of the way the hair is, but there we go. See, already fits a little bit better. And the shades, we would do the same thing with the eyes that I am wearing. Just put some a little bit lower on the face. So yeah, you can do it that way. I guess you could technically leave it this way and be looking through the pink part. Whereas the other one kind of has like you looking more through the green part. So you could really do it either way. And of course, more cute earrings. This one definitely has a lot of toggles where you can turn on and off different pieces of the jewelry here. So I do love this, and I think it's cute. So lots of different ways. We have that little pin up there. Almost missed it because it kind of blended in with the beanie. But again, you could recolor it if you want. I don't know why I clicked on that. The necklace. So while I'm thinking about this, it looks like it's not showing, but I did want to tell you guys the body bases did get moderated again. So if something seems like it's not fitting right, that is because the body bases were moderated and they're having to use the old ones. You can see I'm moving this necklace around, so it does exist. It just has things kind of in different spots because it is not the usual body base. They are working on getting the body bases put back. So for now, if it seems like it's not quite fitting like it used to, that would be because these are different body bases. Because again, poor MonsterVerze keeps getting things moderated. All right, so you can see you can still move things around to get it to fit the way we need it to. And I do hate though that this is missing the kind of skull on the like alien picture here, but oh well, there's nothing I can do about that for now. I'm sure it's just a glitch, but you can see that if you go to, let's see, which one is it? Not that one, this one. You can see the face kind of there on it. It just kind of disappears when it's in the combo for some reason. Alright, so these are all the toggles. Again, of course, I would have to move each one since it's not quite lined up, but kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like. Alright, we have all the accessories already. Let's go ahead and go to the arms. We do have these cute fluffy sleeves. There are 4 different toggles for this one. And of course, that doesn't count recoloring. So you can see all the different pieces and different ways that you can adjust these. So super adorable. All right, let's go to the bottoms. We have the skirt here. It is definitely a little short for me, but that is because I'm much older than you guys. But yes, super cute. And you can actually use just the belly piercing with other skirts, which I think is a cool idea. And then we have just the shorts. And then, of course, you're removing the belts. And then the skirt only without some of the other pieces. So, oh, and look, a pant. I didn't even see that over there. So we have 6 different toggles. And you can see right here in the back, it kind of doesn't fit exactly right. You can take the flames away. Goodness, how many toggles is that now? Again, hopefully they'll get their body bases back and things will fit a little bit better. But so many toggles with this bottom, that's just insane. All right, let's go to the shoes here. These are super cute. I have been waiting to see what kind of toggles this one has because there are so many different things attached here. You can remove the socks you see, which kind of like are up there at the thigh area. You can take the belts away. You can remove all of that extra stuff. Oh, and these turn into some high top shoes, which I think is cool. Of course, leg warmers, and then just the warmers at the bottom, and then these cute little fluffy fur boots. So all of these are adorable. So many ways you can customize them. That's why I say these sets are totally worth it, because it's just so many things you can mix and match, not from just this set, but from all the sets that have been released so far. And each of these sets come with so many different things that you can do with them, so many toggles and ways you can mix and match them, that it's really cool. Right, next, let's look at the different VIM items that we did get. They have added some to the gacha shop, and then also some of the items that were added to the VIM ranks. So we're going to look at each of those. The first one we're going to look at is the Pucha shell leg bracelets, or Puka. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. When I first looked at these, I wasn't paying attention that it said legs, and I was looking for them, but they do go around the ankles here, and they are super cute. And of course, there are 4 different toggles that you can use for these. Right, so there are those. Let's see, what else was new? Let's look at Cupid's graceful garters. There are 2 different toggles for this one. I probably should remove the skirt so you can see it a little bit better. This is the original, and this is without the fabric around it. So 2 different styles that you can do those, and of course recolor them as well. Let's go ahead and check out our next one, the Bride of Nocturna gown, which is gigantic. It is like amazing, beautiful. Of course, this is just, you know, the default colors, but I do love that this one can be changed. It has the advanced kind of toggle button. It doesn't have its own toggles, but you can still scale it and move it. And I really do feel like this would be a cute, like shorter and like different type of skirt. Of course, I would need to move it up and down, but it could also work as a shorter skirt and not just the big giant ballroom kind of style. There are some new masculine stuff, so these have been added to the game, and there are 4 different toggles on this one that work for the masculine body base, and it is super cute. I love these. Of course, they can be recolored as well. And then while we're on the kind of masculine body base here, of course, we have these bottoms and stuff, and I would like to know, would you like for me to do the masculine and feminine versions when I do these type of videos, or just kind of do the feminine ones and let you guys check it out on your own? Is something that I would like for you to let me know in the comments if you'd like for me to see or show off, sorry, I can't talk, the masculine and feminine, or just stick with one. All right, so here are the shoes. So let's go back to the feminine body base. Here are the arm bangles, which I love. This kind of goes along with the Medusa kind of OC of mine that I have, that I'm trying to create, and these bangles work perfectly for that. So I'm getting closer and closer to it. And then we have these adorable bangles here. You can see there are 3 different toggles for this, where you can do just the left, just the right, and then of course both. And of course you can recolor them as well. All right, we do have the Cupid's jewelry, which I think that's not new, but just check that out if you need to. And these are the Sulan, or maybe Solan. I'm not totally sure. It's one of those, I think. And then we have the Vampire's Grandeur cuffs, which have 3 toggles, and these are adorable. I really love just the cuffs here. That could be mixed and matched with different things as well. So I do like that you can also have just the cuffs, but the bows are cute and adorable too. And then let's see, it seems like there was one other, of course, the Bride of Nocturna top. I would love to see a toggle in this one where we can remove the dark part up there to have kind of like this cute bathing suit look, I guess you could say, but it is adorable. And yes, the pearl crossbody is on the full area, and it has 2 toggles, and it goes around the back there. And of course you can take off the kind of spiderweb part at the top to do just the pearls or beading kind of look and recolor those. But that could go with a lot of things. So if you look on here, you can see that the VIM was updated. I think right now there might still be one item that hasn't quite been added to the game yet, but they are working on that. And do know that, you know, they're still working on all of their bugs, trying to get everything figured out and kind of put in, but it doesn't help when Roblox keeps moderating your stuff, so that definitely makes things harder. So they are working on it, guys. There are going to be bits and pieces of things, and yes, even though they have had these things in, the testing part is definitely different than when it is published, so there are always going to be these kind of tweaks that you have to make, but they are still being very fair. They're offering free gems and giving goulars and everything to try to make everybody happy, so keep that in mind. The devs are working super hard to try to get this running perfectly for everyone, and they, like I said, they are like the nicest people in the world. They really do care about the player base, so they're trying super hard to get this all running smooth. It just is a little bit kind of quirky when you're starting up a new game because you never know what moderation is going to do and what it's not. Make sure you've checked out the updates on the wiki. Let me know your comments. Also, make sure you check out who won the latest giveaway. I will hopefully do more in the future. I usually put what little I do make from my videos back into the channel, since I hardly make anything off of these videos yet, but hopefully one day. And right here you can see they did also add a lot of new emotes, if you didn't catch that. So there are some really funny ones. I love that there's like more dancing ones, you know. I just feel like that's kind of hilarious. And this one, my daughter walked in and she saw me doing it. She's like, oh my goodness. I was like, I know, it's hilarious. She just kind of looked at me like I was crazy. Bruh. But still, I love it. I think it's funny. But you can go through all of those. I obviously won't go through every single one of them for you, but I definitely did check them out myself. I didn't exactly give all of the credits for who made these sets, which I probably should have. So I do have those listed on the wiki, and of course you can click that kind of magnifying looking glass thing to see that yourself. I don't know who does their animations. I guess I would kind of like maybe some way to learn a little bit more about that, because I would like to be able to give them credit on the website, because I know doing animations is definitely not easy. So yeah, and you can of course sort those, by the way, as well. Let's go look at the faces. There were some, I don't know why I did that. There were some new ones added. I'm not going to look through all of them because there were a ton added recently, so I've been working on getting all of those up. So make sure you're checking these out, and you know, some of you might have had your own stuff put in the game, because I know they have added a ton. Oh my goodness, look at this one. They've added a ton of fan-made ones to the game, which I think is really cool that they are putting so many of those in the game. I know they did fix some issues with the custom markings, so I do think they maybe added a few of these as well, but hopefully that'll fix a little bit. But again, remember, their body bases did get moderated, so they may have fixed it, but at the same time, these aren't exactly the default body bases either. So yeah, just yet again another thing that they have to go through. There are some new masculine hairstyles that they added, so make sure you check those out. My subconsciousness here has a lot of different toggles. Let me remove my hair so you can kind of see these. There are 3 different toggles, and even though they are, you know, masculine body bases, it still kind of works, some of them for feminine hairs, and I have used them on competition mode to do some different, you know, styles as well. So we definitely have lots of different ones to choose from. And the one that I think I am most excited about is this one here for Gorgon, which is, you know, your Medusa type. So I'm hoping they'll do one that's a little bit more feminine with some fluffy kind of pretty fancy hair along with the snakes. But I think these snakes are so cool. One step closer, like I said, to me having my Medusa character OC in the game. And this one, of course, that has 3 different toggles as well. So lots of new stuff added, and again, they are updating every Sunday. Even if it's not a giant like event kind of thing like the competition mode, they're still updating, adding things throughout the game, and of course they're always working on bugs and trying to fix that throughout the week as well. Alright guys, well that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know why my travel button doesn't work. I know it's a bug, so if yours doesn't work and you do have rank 8 for VIM, do know they're aware of it and they are working on it. The scripters have been notified, so hopefully we'll get that fixed as well. Oh, I thought that was it, but I forgot. They actually added Skella and Maya into the game, so let's go check out Skella. I am here at Erie High, so I just have to run up here to go to the school office so we can check out Skella. All right, let's go ahead and teleport here. Obviously, it's not 100% done yet, but it's still cool that we actually can interact. I was in an old server to begin with, so I didn't see the interact button. So if you don't see it, just try to leave and rejoin the game so that you can interact with Skella. So once I rejoin, you can see the interact button shows up, and it doesn't have the voiceover in with it yet. It's just kind of the wording, but there will be voiceover from the actor of Skella, so we'll get that eventually. But I love how you get hit with a book. I think that's hilarious. I didn't try to see if it would happen again or something different, but I wouldn't think so yet. But I think that's really cool, just something new, and I can't wait until they come out with the storyline and lore for that, because that is going to be exciting. And if you look, they do have Maya over in the dorms. You can't talk to her yet, even though it shows up, but that makes me excited that maybe that stuff is coming soon. I really hope so. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you subscribe and you hit the bell to be notified of any new videos so that you don't miss any. And we will see you next time. Bye, Raindrops.